εδώ. Έτσι πολύ γραμματικά να πω να ξεκινήσουμε με δύο βίντεο. More. What I brief our VIPs today is that I will only speak in English, and I just ask them to excuse me. So what we will do, we'll have two different videos, one in English, that it was a promotional video, and one in Greek in regards to CableNet, which is our sponsor regarding the TV promotion. And we will have live TV for 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Sunday for 5 hours a day. And we need to promote also CableNet. Let me first play the videos, and then we will make the introductions. So, dear President, welcome in Cyprus. Thank you so much. It's been a really great pleasure to have you, but also Mr. Gunnar Nordahl, the Vice President of WKF, coming all the way long from Texas. Thank you so much. I would like to thank also the member of the Executive Committee of World Karate Federation and President of the Italian Federation, Davide Benedello, a very good friend of mine. We competed against each other long time in the Mediterranean Championships, in World Championships, in European Championships, but I never got the chance to beat him. He beat me, actually, 2 or 3 times, and but we are so close friends, and thank you for that. Luca Valtesi, representing World Karate Federation as a Youth League supervisor. Natalia, who is our chief referee, appointed as chief referee by the World Karate Federation. Mr. Javier Escalante, the president of the referee commission of the World Karate Federation. The president of the San Marino, my friend, and vice president of the Small States of Europe Federation, Maurizio Mazza. The COVID manager of World Karate Federation, Mr. Benner, Michael. And then I will introduce my Cypriot counterparts, Mr. Loisos Mavroudis from the municipality of Limassol, Mr. Zisimidis Yannis and Maria Babadopoulou, former Olympians representing the sports office of Limassol, Mrs. Karayori, coming in regards on behalf of the Cyprus Deputy Ministry of Tourism. Thank you so much. Mr. Alexandros Christoforou, President of the Swimming Federation and Treasurer of the Cyprus Olympic Committee. Mr. Patsalidis, Member of the Executive Committee of the Cyprus Olympic Committee. Mr. Andreas Theophilactou, President of Archery of Cyprus and Member of the Executive Committee of the Cyprus Olympic Committee. Mr. Panikos Leonidou, representing Democratic Party and member of the Parliament of Cyprus. Mr. George Georgiou, former member of the Parliament representing AGEL left-wing party. Dr. Andreas Kabardis, professor of law and honorary member of Cyprus Karate Federation. Mr. Isidoros Makridis, representing the Lottery of Cyprus, OPAP, and long-standing sponsors of sports and Cyprus Karate Federation. Vice President of Cyprus Olympic Committee, very good friend and supporter of Cyprus Karate Federation, Mr. Yodis Ioannidis. Representative from the Limassol mayor, I really forget your name, Mr. Haris Sokratos, I really apologize, Haris, Michalis. Mr. Stegios Papageorgiou, representing the Minister of Education, Culture, Sports and Youth, and also Andreas Michailidis, the President of the Cyprus Sport Organization. Mr. Konstantinos Karalambos, a very good friend of us, a referee of Cyprus, but long-standing supporter through Rombo Markets, who's sponsoring our events. Marios Vadiotis, member of the Executive Committee of Cyprus Karate Federation and our chief referee in Cyprus. Aristos Panagidis, representing Mr. Panikos Leonidou in regards to Vigo Party, Center Party. Our sport director Sodiris, member of the Executive Committee Simos Konstantinou, ex-treasurer of Cyprus Federation, but a very strong supporter of us, and Panagiotis, who's a member of the Executive Committee. I had to do that because I feel honored. Very, very low budget, and I have no issue to announce that we have only 20,000 euro budget from the Cyprus organization a year. And we have known the small federations and those that they really want it, they can do big events like this one. So, dear President, I talked too much. I'm finishing just with presenting this, and then you will have the stand. We just gave you some papers with a very short welcome speech, an article published by WK here, 2 articles published by Action in Sports and the manager Paris here, translated in English. There's going to be a press release every day. And at the end, you can see the number of entries with 51 countries reaching almost 1,600 people. Only athletes. And we got 400 coaches and we got 77 referees, apart from the parents, apart from those that they came as supporters of karate. And at the end, we have all the statistics regarding each category. So I would like to thank especially our sponsors, the Cyprus Sport Organization, the OPAP of Cyprus, Kipru, Rombo Markets, and of course the Ministry, the Deputy Ministry of Tourism. Thank you, dear President, for being so kind to wait for me to talk so long.
So I will be, don't worry, I will be very short. I didn't come to Cyprus to speak, but just to see and to enjoy with all of you this youth league. First of all, thank you for coming, for being here with us, and be sure that we are the World Karate Federation, and all the people from the World Karate Federation that's here. When I'm saying World Karate Federation, I'm also including the Cyprus Karate Federation. This is also part of the World Karate Federation. We're very honored to have your presence here, and it's a real pleasure once more to come to Cyprus. This youth league is a very important event. We have 4 youth leagues in the year, every year, 4 or 5 this year. 2022 we have 4 youth leagues, and you cannot imagine the number of people that's attending. 1,600 athletes from all continents, from 51 countries. Last year, in the pandemic, we did it. 2020, we didn't do anything. We couldn't. But in 2021, we resumed the activity, and we had a youth league here in Cyprus. And it was a success. 900 athletes, not even reaching the 1,000 athletes. And be sure that next year, there are certain parts of the world that still are affected under the impact of the pandemic. We'll have more than 2,000 athletes. I want to say that Andreas was referring to the Cyprus Federation as a small-size federation. Well, I don't agree exactly with you, Andreas, because your federation is a small-size federation in terms of physical size. But the size, we don't measure the size in physical terms. The size depends on the size of the leaders and the size of the people that's managing the federation. This youth league has served to mobilize, to participate in this event, around 200 young athletes from Cyprus. 200 young athletes, young karate athletes from Cyprus are taking part in this youth league thanks to the opportunity that the Cyprus Karate Federation has given us to come to Cyprus for this youth league. And this is really what matters. And I can tell you that comparing the figures and the impact and the involvement of the local federation in the event, the Cyprus Karate Federation is not a small federation, it's a big federation. And the benefits that we feel that we give to karate in Cyprus through the organization of this youth league is impressive, is giant. And I want to thank Andreas for making it much bigger than it could have been. So thanks, Andreas, for your involvement. Thanks to you and to your team for what you're doing. And believe me that the impressions that we get every time that we come to Cyprus are impressive and very high. I feel that this event is going to be again a big success. 1,600 athletes to come to Cyprus, all of them have to come flying by plane. Take into account that in many places where we organize events in Central Europe, many teams can come by bus, can come by car, and it's easier for them. So the significance, the meaning that its presence of so many people from so many countries has is the involvement of the karate community in this event. Moreover, that they know that when they come to Cyprus, it's not the first time, not the second time, and we will continue coming. They know that the good deserved reputation of the Cyprus Karate Federation and the organization of karate events is already what's giving this good reaction and so massive presence of the people. Again, in next years, in February of 2023, this means in less than 1 year from now, we will have in February 2023 in Cyprus the European Junior Cadet and Under 21 Championships. So it's again a proof of the activity and the dynamic activity of the Cyprus Karate Federation, of its president, Andreou, and we will again enjoy a big celebration of the European Karate in Cyprus in 10 months from now. So again, it's a big pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you for being here, and I'm sure that I will again enjoy these days with all of you in Limassol. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to welcome with us Mrs. Koginitsidou, a member of our parliament in Cyprus and representing the Democratic Rally, the right-wing party of Cyprus. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. We're going to do some presentation of awards. We will finish with pictures. We will go upstairs in the VIPs to sit. I will have President Antonio to come after we sit in the seats right in the center of our championship to pronounce the opening of our championship, and then we will have lunch for all of you upstairs. So just be patient another 10 minutes and we are okay. So we would like to present Mr. Antonio Espinos with the silver flag, President. Cheers, please. So, in honor to Antonio Espinos, President of the World Karate Federation, for his great support and trust towards the Cyprus Karate Federation and the organization of the Karate One Italy Limassol. Dear President, thank you so much for once more. Always. Madam, yes, we will have some speeches in regards to Andreas Michailidis, the President of Cyprus organization, and I think that also the Vice President of Cyprus committee has also a short speech. Just pushing things to finish as early as possible.
Okay, I'll do it in English. Andreas, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports and Youth, and the President of the Cyprus Organization for the World Karate Championship. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports and Youth, Mr. Prodromos Prodromou, as well as the President of the Cyprus Organization, Mr. Andreas Michailidis, who unfortunately could not be present here today due to other commitments, I would like to welcome to Cyprus representations from the 51 countries that take part in the World Karate Championship. This event is supported by the Cyprus Sport Organization and the Cyprus government, as it is considered an inspiration after the hard times that sports activities have gone through during the pandemic of COVID-19. Therefore, it is with pleasure that we welcome all athletes, coaches, sports people, and fans here today. Please allow me to personally congratulate the President of the Cyprus Karate Federation, Mr. Andreou Vasiliou, for the organizing of this event and for all his efforts to develop karate as a sport activity in Cyprus and abroad. Together with his associates, and believe me in that, as a manager of this stadium, they are working like a beast and working very effectively. They managed to raise the sport to a very high level, and the Cyprus Karate Federation now plays a key role in the international field, and it is widely recognized and respected. Last but not least, we are greatly honored by the International Federation for choosing the Republic of Cyprus for this international event, and we wish all participants all the best during their stay here, and good luck to this championship that starts today. Thank you.
Hello. On behalf of the Cyprus Olympic Committee, I welcome you all in Cyprus. The initiative of the World Karate Federation to appoint the Cyprus Karate Federation as the host of the Karate One Youth League for a third consecutive year shows a lot of trust to the organizing country. The Cyprus Karate Federation has gained a lot of experience in the past years organizing international championships. The President and all the members of our National Olympic Committee share a lot of respect for the Executive Committee of the Cyprus Karate Federation. The President of the Federation, Mr. Andreou Vasiliou, and his Executive Committee prove that they are very serious and they accomplish with great success all challenges they face. Dear President of the World Karate Federation, we assure you that Cyprus stands by your side in all of your efforts in promoting karate. The Cyprus Olympic Committee recently signed a letter of full support of karate to access the games of the small states of Europe in Andorra for 2025. We are sure that this championship will be a great success. I wish you a pleasant stay and enjoy the championship along with the beauties of Cyprus. The Olympic motto Citius Altius Fortius, which means faster, higher, stronger, corresponds 100% to the Cyprus Karate Federation. Thank you a lot for accepting my welcome speech. Welcome to Cyprus.
Very shortly, I would like to congratulate you all, Mr. Vasiliou and the President, for all the efforts that you put and the commitment that you have in this really great sport. And myself, I'm really honored and happy that my son also has chosen this sport to train in, and I'm really happy about this. We are really proud that Limassol organizes this big and so important event. I would like to really assure you with all my heart and all the power that we have as a political party that we'll do our best to help with this thing that happened with the Olympic Committee as well. And we are putting all our efforts also in relation to the sports section in the schools, the Lyceum and the Gymnasium, that with the decision of the Olympic Committee now, karate is not an option for the athletes in our schools. And this is really a bad thing that we heard in the last days. So we're doing our best as a political party to help in this respect. Again, I would love to congratulate you for all the efforts, especially during this difficult pandemic situation that we all faced. And I hope that this is the end and the start of a really good era in relation to karate. Thank you very much.
Καλημέρα σε όλους και όλες. Να μου επιτρέψετε να πω τα θερμά μου συγχαρητήρια στην Επιτροπή, να καλωσορίσω όλους τους φιλοξενούμενους στην πόλη μας, στη Λεμεσό.
Let me welcome everyone. tell my sincere congratulations to all of you, and especially your dear guests coming to Cyprus. Thank you so much.
Αυτού του είδους οι συναντήσεις είναι εξαιρετικής σημασίας, γιατί δίνεται η δυνατότητα σε όλους να έρθουν σε επικοινωνία, σε συνεννόηση, και ο αθλητισμός ασφαλώς είναι ένα μέσο που συνδέει τους πολίτες των κρατών, συνδέει τους πολιτισμούς, συνδέει τους ανθρώπους.
This is a great possibility, opportunity to have all the people from around the world, because sport unites all people, and this is a great option to have all of these people in Cyprus.
Εμείς από δική μας πλευράς θα προσπαθήσουμε να ενισχύσουμε τη δική σας προσπάθεια που κάνετε τοπικά στην Κύπρο, αλλά πρέπει να υπομνήσω το γεγονός ότι η δική σας πρωτοβουλία είναι πολύ σημαντική και προς όφελος του δικού μας του κράτους, γιατί ο κόσμος που έρχεται εδώ, πέραν από τη συμμετοχή, έρχεται σε επαφή με τον πολιτισμό, με τα ήθη, τα έθιμα και τον κουλτούρα γενικά της κυπριακής κοινωνίας.
Tries in promoting sports in Cyprus. It's in our culture to promote sports. It is our willingness to support you and to promote sports in Cyprus.
Για να μην σας κουράσω, θέλω να σας συγχαρώ ξανά, ιδιαίτερα σε έναν Ανδρέα Βασιλείου, για τη μεγάλη σου προσπάθεια που κάνεις. Να καλωσορίσω ξανά όλους τους προσκεκλημένους. Να τους ευχαριστήσω που μας έδωσαν την ευκαιρία και που μας δώσαν την ευκαιρία να είμαστε σήμερα μαζί σας. Να ευχηθώ κάθε καλό, να μεγαλώσει ακόμα περισσότερο αυτή η προσπάθεια που κάνετε, και ό,τι περνά από το χέρι μας είμαστε δίπλα.
And to watch the championship here in Limassol, and to trust that we will do our best to support this initiative and to make this as a bigger event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Domo arigato gozaimasu, Andreou. I suggest we also introduce Japanese with karate. Mr. President, a very warm welcome from me too, and thank you for coming to Cyprus. It's a great honor and a privilege for us. Congratulations, dear Andreas, for the organization. And in ancient Greece, sport was used to stop wars, even for a short period of time. Unfortunately, karate cannot stop wars all over the world today, but the spirit of karate is what I want to briefly talk to you about. As we all know, karate means an empty hand. Karate. But what is important is karate-do, the way of karate. The philosophy, the way of life, the respect which is endemic in karate. As we all know, this sport that we all love has a very long history, going back to the Middle Ages, after the samurai, the ninjas, then it developed in Okinawa, and then it went across to Japan with Kichin Funakoshi and some of the other masters. To cut a long story short, karate is important, and for every karateka, today we see the virtues of self-discipline, self-respect, being good towards others, being humble, calm, and of course, training for something and aiming to reach perfection, but hoping we never have to use it. This is the essence of karate. And I'm glad to see that karate is very popular and its popularity is increasing. And I'm glad to see the Youth League really today excelling here in the championships. May the better ones always win. And I think we need to remember that we are all in karate, a global family. And karate itself is making a significant contribution to the individuals, the families, the local community, and society at large. Thank you very much indeed.
Supervisor, on behalf of the World Federation of the the chief referee of our league, appointed by the office. Thank you, Natalia.
Ανδρέα, πρέπει να κάνουμε μια δήλωση στην καράτε και μετά να πεθάνουμε.
Ναι, ναι. Μπράβο, Φατιμί.
Μπράβο, Φατιμί.
I will call Mr. Michalis Socrates or Mr. George Georgiou to receive this because he had an obligation to go. The President. Thank you, Thank you so much. I will call Mr. Zacharian, not here, right? Okay. I will call the Vice President of the Cyprus Olympic Committee, Mr. Yildiz Ioannidis. Take your seats, and then we will call you again for a picture all together. President, not myself. Thank you, Yildiz. On behalf of Deputy Minister of Tourism, Mrs. Karagiorgi. She has something on behalf of the Cyprus Tourism Ministry. So this is, he will receive this on behalf of the Minister of Sports, Mr. Program, and this is on behalf of Andreas Michailidis, of the President of Cyprus Sports Organization. Thank you. And then we got Mr. Loizos Mavroudis on behalf of, as President of the Sports and Youth Limassol Committee Municipality. Please, Maria and Yannis. Please, Maria and Yannis. Please, Maria and Yannis, because we've been together in sports for so long. I've been with Maria in the Cyprus Athletes Committee under the Cyprus Olympic Committee long time ago. But these are our Olympians, and they deserve really congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay, our sponsors, Mr. Isidoros Makridis will receive this in regards to sponsoring Cyprus Parade Federation and the Cyprus sports in general for so long. Robo Markets, Constantinos. This is our sponsor of Robo Markets. Constantino, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Constantinos is a great guy that has the ability to have a very strong boss in Limassol, and even though that he's getting the sponsorship, he's disseminating this sponsorship to private. Thank you so much, Constantino. We appreciate that. On behalf of Cable Meet, I think nobody's here from Cable Meet, right? Okay. You forget anyone else? Am I forgetting anybody else? I think not. I would like to thank the members of the Executive Committee of the Cyprus Olympic Committee and all of you. And I would kindly ask you, everyone, to come here for a picture. Thank you. Please come with your silver plates. I like your mic. Sorry.